It's Rich Wolfenden with you on the Radio X Evening Show. It's Wednesday night, and welcome to the Radio X Evening Show. Mr. Jamie T, everyone. Jamie, mate.
How are you? Hello.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you? It's a delight to see your face.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's good to be here.
We were just talking a little bit about calorie counting and that sort of thing, and the health side that you know everyone tries to focus on and stuff. But you know, we're not gonna weigh on that too much. But you know, no. But you know, like I'm good to be. It's good to be back playing gigs. Hopefully, I'll have a calorie counter. Yeah, absolutely.
In my life.
We won't focus too much on health or anything like that. But Jamie, it's a delight to have you back. 5 years or so since you last performed, since you last released music.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, someone just said that to me the other day. I hadn't realised it'd been that long, but yeah.
And in July, the new album's coming out.
Yes.
The Theory of Whatever.
The Theory of Whatever.
Yeah. So tell us all about it. What's the name? What's the sound? What are the tunes about?
Well, I mean, it's 5 years, or more so of my life, really, in songwriting. So when it comes to, like, saying the theme, I'm not sure. When I think of the theme, I just think, well, 5 years. that's my you know, that's how I'd explain it. So I don't really know what it's about as such, but it is pretty much about every part of, you know, it's all I do all day, you know.
Yeah, so there'll be tunes on it that you say wrote 4 years ago, and
yeah, there'll be songs in it. There's songs in it that I wrote 4 years ago. There's songs in it I wrote, you know, 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So it really spans a whole long period of time in my life. Really.
Yeah. So is that why the title's there? Just
The Theory of Whatever as a title was originally the title of a song, which, funnily enough, didn't end up on the album. But I looked at it and thought, that's quite good. It just felt right, so I went with it.
Yeah, cool. I mean, it's a cool title. It's kind of like, yeah, we'll call it the Theory of Whatever. That'll do.
It felt good to me. I don't know. So sometimes when something just feels right, you just have to go with it.
Yeah,
I think, you know.
No, man, I can't wait for it. 29th of July is when it's out. You've worked with some indie royalty on this. You worked with Hugo White, ex-Maccabees.
Hugo White and Maccabees, yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly indie royalty there, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, you've worked with Miles Kane in the past. And
that's right.
And Carl Barat as well, am I right in saying?
That's true, yeah. They're both good friends of mine. I've spent a long time writing with both of those guys over the years, yeah.
Yeah, so what's it like working with, you know, indie royalty, you know?
Well, I mean, I'm a fan as much as you are, really. So it's a wonderful feeling, you know, that to be able to sit in a room. You just have to make sure that you don't start writing songs pretending to do their part for them and their job, you know, because you can end up quite quickly thinking, you know, have to sometimes be told to calm down when you're trying to pretend you're Carl Barrett in a room with, you know, singing like Carl Barrett in a room that Carl Barrett's in.
yeah, absolutely. So, did you stay in touch with these people regularly?
They're good friends of mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, well, it's you know, in indie music, I suppose there's a whole scene in England, isn't that large, isn't it? So we all tend to, I think, stick together a bit, and you know, everyone knows each other else. You know. So I love it because, especially being a solo artist rather than a band, I don't really have anyone to rely on. So, you know, having mates around to be able to fly songs out and annoy them all day with things is really great for me. You know, it helps me feel kind of part of something.
Yeah,
you know.
Absolutely. That like wider musician.
Yeah, and that's great because otherwise it can quite easily could just end up with me in a room, you know, and you can lose it can lose a bit of your fun from it doing that. So it's good to just, you know, some days I said it the other day, some days I'll wake up with 3 recordings in my inbox, you know, from the likes of, you know, whoever, every morning. And that's a nice thing, just to wake up and listen to what someone else is doing, you know.
Yeah, and do they send it to you as like, what do you think of this?
Yeah, I think we all do that thing where you get excited about something you've written and you want a bit of feedback from it. And, you know, I do it an annoying amount.
I suppose it's like you can't just stick a little thing on your Instagram story or something like that. Or can you? You know? I'm
not really on the internet.
Right. Okay. Your MySpace hasn't been updated in a while, no?
Is that still around?
I
want to know, what my top 8 is or whatever.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what, talking about, you know, MySpace and that sort of thing, 15 years since Panic Prevention.
15 years, yeah, wow.
Out.
Yeah, 15 years now, yeah.
Is that hard to believe?
Yeah, it's really hard to believe. Yeah, time has gone flying by in that respect, yeah. Yeah, I can't quite get my head around that, really, been 15 years ago.
Yeah, and you know, got shows coming up as well in the future. People are still going to be singing them songs word for word back to you as well. It's like,
oh, that'd be lovely, yeah, I mean, I hope so. It's been, you know, the re-release of it was quite lovely for me because I haven't heard it in years. So I had to listen to it. I was pretty impressed by it. Gotta say myself, it was a cracking album.
Some indie classics on it.
I thought it was really good. I was really proud of it when I listened back to it, and it brought back loads of fond memories. And I'm glad, it got picked up and sold. And I've apparently got a disc coming in the mail. You know what I mean about it. So that's really good.
Oh, really? Are you dead close to it, or have you?
No, went platinum.
Oh yeah. Oh, mate, congratulations.
Which is
that's
nice.
going to look glorious just above.
It's going to look good on Mummy and Daddy's wall, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man, you'll send us a picture of that when you get it. Just going back to what we talked about, where the indie community, the artists and that sort of thing you work with. Is there anyone who you'd like to do like an official kind of collaboration with, get in the studio with?
I'd love to do something with, Willie J. Healy. Would be something really.
He's cool.
I'd love. I don't know when we'll get around to that. I keep threatening to send him stuff. I mean, the last I heard, I lent him a drum machine, and he wrote a song about me lending him a drum machine. That's close to a collaboration to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Was the song called Jamie T's Drum Machine?
It's cool. I think it was called like "Thank You," and it was a letter to thank me for lending him a drum machine. And that feels as bad. That's a collaboration.
Yeah, you could just keep lending him things,
Yeah, maybe that.
Lend him a
the way it should
drill.
be.
Lend him some cleaner stuff, whatever,
Yeah, I just don't know if I'm going to get the percentage I want for that.
Absolutely not. So you have got a new tune out, the first taste of stuff off the new album. It's called The Old Style Raiders.
Yes.
Tell us all about it. What's it about?
It's a song about, I think trying to find something that you enjoy and love in life, enough to be the best version of yourself, and trying to find something you can love and give your time to, and the hope that goes into that.
And was this one of those tunes that you'd been sat on for a while, or is that a recent one?
This one was found on, I'd forgotten I'd written it, and I found it on a laptop, and I remember what it was about, but I'd forgotten recording it. I have no memory of recording it. Until I got in there with Hugo White, and we finished it off. And I'm very proud of it. Yeah, it's one of my favourite songs on the album, and one of the my favourite tracks that I've ever done. Really, so
brilliant.
Happy it's out there. Really, no.
Well, I mean, I couldn't have sold it any better. So on the Radio X Evening Show, this is new from Jamie T. This is The Old Style Raiders. Whoop. So that is the new tune. The Radio X Record of the Week from Mr. Jamie T, The Old Style Raiders on the Radio X Evening Show. Jamie T still joins us in the studio, and love that tune. It's absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to hear the whole album that comes out at the end of July. Interestingly about the album, I noticed there's a very golfing theme about it. What's the reason behind that?
I just wanted to go to Australia quite a lot. And someone said, "Do you want to go to Australia and shoot an album cover?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it on a golf course, so I can go to Australia." So I went to Australia and shot this front cover on a golf course, and just hang out on a golf course for like 5 days in Australia. It was wonderful. So it was an excuse to go on holiday soon, isn't it? And obviously been on holiday in however many years.
Yeah, of course.
And so, that's the reason why.
Yeah, all right. So you've not been getting down the driving range or anything like that? No?
Do you know what? I was doing was smacking a few balls around, and then woke up in the morning and I couldn't move. And I could completely ruin my back. So no, not really. I think I might retire from golf.
All right. So the pain and the tears and blood and the sweat went into this album. So appreciate it, everyone. So, all right, let's talk about, what's coming up, what's following the album. Presumably you'll be out doing a few shows.
Well, I hope so, yeah. I'm still waiting to hear on that, but I would very much like to get back out and start playing again. That's on the top of the list really for me.
Yeah, brilliant.
So stuff like that. Still always working on music. Got a few things in the pipeline that I'm excited about, and so just carrying on really, but being a bit more, being able to play live. It's been so long that it would be lovely to I don't know, whatever you call it, flex that muscle or whatever.
Yeah. But you're going to get a chance to flex that muscle tonight at Subterranea.
Yes.
I mean, it's been so long since you performed live. You must be so excited to get out there.
I am. Yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm nervous. The whole thing is kind of mix of the two for me. I get terrible stage fright, but I'm excited as well. Yeah, everyone's, all the loved ones are going to be down there and everything. So it's been a long time coming, and I'm looking forward to it. If only I can remember all the lyrics. So.
That's the first big test. But you've spoken about your nervousness and anxiety and that sort of thing, and is having those close friends, your family coming to gigs and that sort of thing, just like giving you an extra kind of bit of comfort,
Not really, no. Actually, what's the opposite for me? If I spent many years not inviting anyone down to shows at all. It's only something that's recurred, in fact, on this album. So I thought, I don't know, because it's been so long since I've done anything, I was like, right, I'll get the friends and family down for once. Because it makes me more nervous because I'm worried that everyone's all right. Because, this kind of everyone's throwing themselves all over the place. I get a bit nervous to make sure all my family are all right. But this time I'm like, I've only invited the young ones, so they'll be all right.
They'll love it, the rubber anyway.
Yeah, they're all made of rubber, so that'll be fine. So I'm looking forward to it.
Good. But, in that five years of not performing, artists need a way to express themselves and that sort of thing. Did you find any other way of, having a creative outlet in any kind of way? Didn't pick up the knitting needles or anything like that?
No, not really. I just ended up, what did I do? I mean, I wrote a lot of music. I got myself quite into buying fancy dress stuff.
Right.
That was quite a thing. Because, you're just all locked inside for so long. I just bought a lot of fancy dress. I remember walking around my house dressed as a general for 2 days. Right. Going around my business, and remember being Harry Potter one day. There's a Spider-Man outfit that pops up. Yeah, that was something I got into, really.
Yeah.
And annoying people.
Right, okay. I'm very disappointed you didn't turn up dressed as Harry Potter or a general.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I got. I've moved since then. I've lost all my costumes.
There's a box somewhere.
Someone
Jamie T's fancy dress.
Yeah. Someone has a box of all of it.
What some memorabilia that is, eh? So Jamie T still joins us in the studio on the Radio X Evening Show. All right, I want to ask you about a couple of your old tunes, particularly Sheila, because this one's been doing the rounds in the Radio X office because no one's got the answer for it. So on Sheila, at the start of it, there's a bit of poetry, a little bit of narrative at the beginning, and then a little bit later in the song as well, there's the "Good heavens, you boys." Right, yeah. That bit. Who is that? Is that you? Is that a sample?
It originally was a sample. No, I don't know how. It was originally a sample from a very famous musical.
Okay.
And I couldn't use it. So that is my dad.
At the beginning?
I can't remember the one. No, the one at the beginning could be John Betjeman. Because there's a John Betjeman poem I sampled in it. But the one in the middle is definitely my dad.
Right, okay. And how would you have done that then? Did you get him down to the studio to voice
I did it in my bedroom. So my dad was downstairs. So I just got my dad upstairs as angry as he was.
Yeah.
To be disturbed. He came upstairs and did that. Yeah, and forever immortalised, sounding annoyed.
Absolutely. And did he agree with the statement as well?
I generally think the man is just terribly doesn't care. I've never heard anyone who gives less doesn't care. He's happy that I'm doing well and he's proud, but he doesn't want to hear it.
All right, well, there's inspiration for it anyway. It's absolutely brilliant. I love that. So since you last released music 5 years ago, there's been so much change in the music industry. TikTok is so important now.
Right.
In getting a song to, boost up the charts, especially.
Right.
Have you thought about that kind of element of things?
I'll tell you, no. I tend to stay off the internet because I don't think it's not, I'm in a lucky situation in the sense, but I don't find it very good for my mental health to be on the internet. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I don't like the way it makes me just get into wormholes with it. I don't really enjoy it. So I'm in a very lucky position where I've realised that now I'm not really kind of on social media as much. I'm a lot happier, and it seems to take that bit out of my life. So I'll leave that to I still make clips and do all that kind of stuff, but I have an instant music person who runs it because I just feel it's better to not be on it for me personally. So it's TikTok today. I don't know what it will be tomorrow, but all passes me by pretty easily. As I say, I'm still don't have anything really.
Yeah, well, mate, you keep focusing on the tune.
Sorry, it'd be boring. Yeah, I was like,
No, I never thought I'd see the day where I'd see you doing like a quick 10-second TikTok.
I don't really understand what it is. I'm like, call me old. Call me old or call me like, I don't know. Just not bothered by it, really.
Good. I like that mindset.
I got better things to do in my time.
All right, well, we've got one more question and then we'll let you go. And we do this question every time we have a guest come into the studio on the Radio X Evening Show. And so about gig memorabilia. So Simon Neils came in the past from Biffy Clyro, of course. Right. He's got a ticket stub from the Strokes' first gig in Scotland. Connor from Nothing But Thieves has got Dappy's trainers for one reason or another.
Whoa, that's a big one.
Yeah, and
I'm down with that.
And Andy from Doves has got Mike Joyce from the Smiths drumstick.
Right.
So have you got anything that you picked up, maybe as a support or maybe as a punter?
All right. I've probably got loads of bits and bobs. The first one that comes to mind is I was really into a band called Rancid when I was younger, like American punk band, and I got Matt Freeman, who's probably the best bass player in the world. I got one of his bass picks.
Oh, sick!
That's cool. That's one of my favourite things.
And have you still got hold of it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhere. It's got to be in a box somewhere.
Yeah, hidden away with the fancy dress and that sort of thing.
Probably in the same box, yeah.
Yeah, oh man, that's really cool. Well, Jamie, mate, thank you so much for your
thank
time.
you for having us.
Best of luck with the show tonight and best of luck with the album coming out on the 29th of July, The Theory of Whatever. Mate, it's going to be sick. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. No, thank you for having me.
Radio